Hello, ma'am.
Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Michelle R. Sallay. I'm 28 years old. I'm married and having two children, ma'am.
How old are your children?
Sorry, ma'am, can you repeat?
Of course, how old are your children?
My two sons is 7 years old and 2 years old, ma'am.
Okay. What can you tell me about your educational background?
I'm a college undergraduate only, ma'am.
Okay. What field?
Second year undergraduate, ma'am. Hotel, restaurant, business management, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me more about your working experience.
My experience in Hong Kong is only 1 year, ma'am. I can do cooking, ironing clothes, washing clothes, vacuuming, taking care of two children, ma'am.
Okay. So you were a nanny and also doing the household chores there.
Yes, ma'am. All
How
around the help, ma'am.
all around. Okay. How old were the children you were taking care of?
The first one is 10 years old and 1 year and 6 months old, ma'am.
Okay. So, describe me an usual day in Hong Kong. How did you start in the
Uh,
morning and everything?
in morning, when I wake up in the morning, ma'am, I prepare food for uh, the two children, and then I send my the 10-year-old boy in the school, and after that, if I'm going home, I work the house, ma'am.
Okay. You were cooking for the whole family?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me what kind of activities did you have with a small child?
Mm. The small child, I cook also him food. I taking care of him, reading stories. We go outside and have fun in the park. And at night, uh, I read him stories, ma'am.
Okay. What kind of stories did you read him?
Storyteller, ma'am. Books for kids, riddles, songs, like that, ma'am.
Okay. Um, Tell me why did you stay only 1 year in Hong Kong?
I'm go I go home, ma'am, because of my bedridden grandmother, ma'am. I was the one who taking care of my invalid, paralyzed grandmother, ma'am.
Okay, I understand. Um, Tell me, you were the one helping the 10 years old child with assignments, homeworks.
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes I am the one who manage his assignments, but the other is Chinese. That's why only English and math only, ma'am.
Did you manage to learn some Chinese?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. And beside this experience in Hong Kong, did you work somewhere else as a nanny or as a household?
No more, ma'am. Only Hong Kong, ma'am.
Only Hong Kong. And in Philippines, did you had a job until now?
Sorry, ma'am.
Did you work in Philippines until now?
Only housewife and taking care of my two children, ma'am.
Okay. And why do you want to work abroad again?
I want to work abroad again for the sake of my family, for their own good and for their own future.
Okay. What is your family saying about your decision to leave?
My husband wants me to go to earn and save money for their future someday, ma'am.
Okay. He will be the one taking care of your children while you will be away?
Yes, ma'am, my husband and my mom.
Okay. And what about your grandma? Is she fine now?
She passed away last year, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear this.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Tell me, how would you handle a child that is crying without a stop? A small baby is not talking.
Oh.
What reasons may he have?
Maybe the baby is crying because maybe he's hungry or uh, he needs milk, so I can give him food or going around and taking care of the baby.
Okay. What else? What are the reasons?
Uh, Based on my experience, if the baby is crying, I can uh, pamper him and watching. I will on the TV and watch story films, ma'am.
What kind of films?
Only for kids, ma'am.
For kids. Okay.
Yes.
What if the child you are taking care of is getting sick?
First, I will inform my employer that the baby is not feeling well. Uh, and then, if my employer told me to give him medicine, then medicine in the right time, in the right dosage, ma'am.
Okay. What kind of food would you give to a 1 year old child?
Uh, I cook rice that is a rice that can be soup or a noodle soup or a mashed potato or someone's vegetable that is mashed.
Okay. Uh, Tell me, do you think you can handle two children in the same time?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay. What about doing the household chores? Do you know also how to iron?
Yes, ma'am, I know. I know a lot, ma'am, in doing household chores. All around is my experience also, ma'am.
Tell me, for how long would you like to stay to work in Romania if you be selected?
For me, ma'am, maybe 3 years, ma'am.
Okay, and if your relation with the employer is good, are you willing to stay more than 3 years?
Yes, ma'am, why not?
Okay. What would you like to do in your day off?
Maybe I can go around or meeting some Filipina outside, ma'am, because this is my first time to go Europe.
Okay. Do you have any friends in Romania?
No, ma'am.
If the employer will not be able to give you every week the day off and they will need you at work, of course they will be paying it that day to
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Are you willing to work it?
Yes, ma'am, it's okay.
Okay. Have you ever thought, if you were to choose, what other countries besides America and Canada would you like to live in?
Yes, ma'am.
What other country would you like to live in?
Maybe Italy, ma'am.
Maybe Italy. Do you have someone there? Do you know
Uh,
someone there?
my, I have relatives in Canada, in Italy, ma'am.
In Italy. And did you try to apply for a job there?
Not yet, ma'am.
Not yet.
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay. But you know, if you will come here, you have to stay at least 2 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And why didn't you try to apply for Italy if you have relatives there? Why did you choose Romania instead?
I choose Romania, ma'am, because it's a free placement fee and Italy is very expensive, ma'am.
Okay, I understand. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Thank you,
Have
ma'am.
a nice